going on, guys? So today I want to talk to you guys about making YouTube videos or streaming to Twitch. A lot of the people that are new to this, a lot like myself, the first things that we do is we go on YouTube and we start watching YouTube videos on how to improve our quality, because there's a certain level of quality that needs to be met in order to compete with the bigger people now on stream and Twitch. And one of the biggest things that you need to focus on is audio. Audio is the building block to good quality. Somebody could have a pretty bad camera. They can give you 480p, but if their audio sounds good, the chances of you sticking around are a lot higher than if they had a great camera, but their audio sounded horrible. So that's why audio is number one. And a lot of videos on YouTube are going to agree. Audio, audio, audio. And when I started making YouTube videos and streaming to Twitch, audio was the biggest thing that I struggled with. The reason for that is because I have an 8-month-old baby and a wife that comes down to hang out when I'm streaming. So cutting out that background noise was the priority. And that's when I stumbled upon the Rode PodMic. The Rode PodMic is a $100 microphone that pretty regularly gets compared to the SM7B, which is a $400 microphone. So when I found that out, it immediately caught my attention. Right? Because especially starting off a new channel, there's no reason that I should be spending so much money on audio alone. So a $100 microphone being compared to a $400 microphone is definitely going to catch your attention, right? So I dove deep into that rabbit hole that is XLR microphones. And in order to have your microphone work, you also need to get an XLR cable, and you're going to need to get an audio interface. I landed on the ZE8 audio interface that I got off Amazon. I believe that one was $180, right? So $280 with the microphone and the interface, and then I had to get the XLR cable, which is about $20. So now I'm at $300. But I think it was a good price to pay to get great audio, especially if the SM7B is $400 alone, which, if you guys know, the SM7B is like the industry go-to microphone. If you go to any streamer, the chances of you seeing that microphone are very high. So $300 on a full setup, I was kind of okay with it. It was still pricey, but if I'm going to try to do this for real, I'm going to invest in myself and get the audio quality that I know that I need, right? So I ordered everything off Amazon. They all got here on the same day. I plugged everything in immediately. And to my surprise, I was pretty disappointed with it. One of the biggest things that confused me was that I had to dial up the gain on my audio interface to max, which, if you know what gain does, gain essentially tells my microphone how much noise I want it to pick up, right? So if I have my gain at low, I'm telling my microphone to pick up as little noise as possible. If I have my microphone at high, I'm telling it to pick up as much noise as possible. So in a situation where I'm trying to cut out background noise, why do I have to have the gain level on max? So then I started watching more videos, and that's when people started talking about a cloud lifter. So a cloud lifter is essentially a piece that you plug the microphone into, then you plug that piece into your audio interface, and it's going to give you a better balance for your gain. So you don't have to put the gain on max. But again, now I'm looking at a $150, $160 piece to add on addition to the $300 setup that I just spent. And then that's when I started to get frustrated, because when you look up the Rode PodMic, it's advertised as a budget-friendly XLR microphone because it's being compared to the SM7B. So now I'm getting upset because I just spent $100 on a microphone, $180 on an audio interface, $20 on a cable, and now I need to decide if I want to spend an extra $170 on a piece to make my audio sound better, which I thought was already going to happen with the $300 that I spent, right? And then I started to notice a theme on YouTube that I honestly should have picked up on beforehand. And it was a lot of these guys that are reviewing this microphone, the Rode PodMic, and giving it this amazing review. They were plugging it into the Rodecaster Pro, which is a $600 audio interface. Or they're plugging it into the Go XLR, which is a $500 audio interface. And if you're plugging in a $100 microphone to a $600, $500 interface, yeah, I'm sure it's going to sound pretty good. So that's where I just did not agree with the way that this microphone is being advertised. A budget-friendly microphone, only $100, but I need to plug it into a $600 audio interface to get the most out of it. It just doesn't make sense to me. And what I want to do now is I'm going to show a brief clip of when I was streaming with the Rode PodMic. And you guys let me know if you think it sounds good, if it sounds a little muffled. I personally think it sounded muffled. Doesn't sound as clear as I thought it would be with $300 dubbed into it. And I'm going to keep talking about the $300, guys. All right. I don't have the most money in the world to just be throwing at audio. So $300 on just audio is a big deal for me. So the fact that I did that and it's still disappointed me is the whole reason for this video. All right. So let's go ahead and let's watch the clip.
No way, bro. And that was their Claymore.
That was theirs?
That was their Claymore, bro. And he not only watched me go up the ladder, he shot at me to finish me off with the Claymore.
Oh no. That's my bad. I don't know, man. Let me change that.
No, it's cool. I'm reading right now.
All right, so I don't know. Do you guys think that audio sounded great? Did you think it sounded muffled? Did it sound like $300 worth of audio? Or do you think that the microphone that I'm using right now sounds better than that one? Because the microphone that I'm using right now is $150, half the price. And I think it sounds better. What I'm using is the Elgato Wave 3, $150 USB microphone, not even XLR. So my advice to the people starting off, don't worry about XLR microphones right now. If you get consistent and you start seeing some kind of growth, then sure, pull the trigger on that and get all the equipment that's required for those XLR microphones. But starting off, USB is the way to go. I personally think it is. It's so much easier, especially when you're trying to learn Photoshop and you're trying to learn Adobe or DaVinci Resolve, whatever editing software you're using. If you're using XLR microphones, now you have to learn audio itself, which is a monster to learn because you have highs and lows, you have EQs. And honestly, starting off is just, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. I don't think the Rode PodMic is a good fit for starting on YouTube, Twitch streamers or YouTube content creators. So that's why I ended up with the Elgato Wave 3, which has gain levels set into it. I can plug my headphones into it. I can control the audio in there. They have really cool software, especially for streamers, that allows you to manage the audio that you hear versus the audio that your stream hears, which I think is just awesome. So all of that for $150, and it's not giving me a headache. But I hope I was able to help somebody out. I hope somebody out there sees this video that might have been considering the Rode PodMic and they don't have the money to just throw in there. Just go with a USB microphone. Just do it. So hope you guys like this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and the little bell. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know in the comments below. This was a more challenging video for me, but I did have fun doing it. So I hope you guys liked it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.